Hi everyone, my name's Christine and I'm one of the founders and admins from PSSM and MFM Awareness, and today we're going to be talking all about the P3 variant of PSSM2. We're going to be explaining what the P3 variant is, what the P3 variant affects, what the function of the gene associated with P3 is, and explaining how a positive P3 result is interpreted. Let's begin. So what exactly is P3? P3 is one of the variants of a group of hereditary muscle diseases known as PSSM2. P3 is a variant of myofibrillar myopathy known as filamin-c. What is myofibrillar myopathy? Myofibrillar myopathy, or MFM, is a degenerative hereditary muscle disease caused by a mutation in muscle proteins. Myofibrillar myopathy affects skeletal muscle and, in some cases, cardiac muscle. It causes muscle weakness, loss of muscle mass, and in cases where cardiac muscle is also affected, respiratory problems. Although there is no current evidence to show PSSM2 causes respiratory problems in horses, there are a number of PSSM2 horses with respiratory issues. What does the P3 variant affect? The P3 variant affects something called filamin-c. What is filamin-c? Filamin-c is an actin-binding protein that's encoded as the FLNC gene. It is made up of 2,725 amino acids and is one of the largest proteins found in cardiac and skeletal muscle. Filamin-c gives the whole muscle structure strength along with other actin-binding proteins. Think of it a bit like glue, it helps hold everything together. What is the function of filamin-c? We know the family of filamin proteins participate in anchoring membrane proteins for the actin cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton is a structure that helps muscle cells maintain their shape both inside and out. The cytoskeleton also provides mechanical support to cells to enable them to carry out actions like movement. However, the exact function of filamin-c is still under investigation. But as filamin-c is found in the cell membranes of muscle cells and in Z discs, filamin-c is thought to act as a mode of communication between the muscle membrane and the muscle itself. Think of it a bit like a telephone line. What happens when there is a gene mutation in filamin-c? When a genetic mutation occurs in filamin-c, the mutated filamin-c clusters together causing clumps, also known as aggregates. These clumps prevent the proteins in muscles functioning normally. How does having a gene mutation in filamin-c cause a horse to be symptomatic? Let's look at this in an easy way. We believe filamin-c acts as a mode of communication. If there is a break in that line of communication, it means messages cannot get through to muscle cells. It's like trying to have a telephone conversation with a crackly line. You might receive some words, but it's really hard to hear. But as time goes on, that connection will become weaker and weaker until eventually you won't be able to hear anything at all. This is what happens in PSSM2 horses. The mutation in that one gene affects the rest of the muscle structure as myotilin, myozenin and filamin-c all work together. As PSSM2 is degenerative, as time goes on, more clumps occur and the muscle structure will become weaker and weaker, leading a horse to eventually become symptomatic. Why are horses affected by P3 at different ages? Because every horse's body is different. Some horses are stronger, some horses are weaker, some horses are more mature, while others are more immature. Some horses are able to withstand pain and even grow accustomed to it, and some horses simply can't take the slightest ounce of pain and will let you know when something is wrong. Every single horse is an individual and different, just like us. How do I find out if my horse has P3? By doing the PSSM2 hair strand test that covers the P3 variant. The PSSM2 hair strand test costs around £250 and is available through Equisec for USA owners and CAG for the UK, Europe and the rest of the world. How do I interpret the P3 result? If your horse comes back P3, this means the horse is affected with PSSM2 and they are homozygous for the mutation in the P3 gene. Horses who are homozygous for P3 are usually more severely affected. If a homozygous horse is bred from, they will 100% pass on the gene. If your horse comes back NP3, this means the horse is affected with PSSM2 and they are heterozygous for the mutation in the P3 gene. If a heterozygous horse is bred from, they have a 50% chance of passing on the gene. If your horse comes back NN, this means the horse is not affected with PSSM2 associated with the mutations in filamin-c, P3. If a non-affected P3 horse is bred from, they will not pass on the P3 gene. And that concludes our video on the P3 variant explained. We hope you found this video helpful and that you now have more of an understanding on what the P3 variant of PSSM2 is. Our next video will cover the P4 variant of PSSM2 to help you understand PSSM2 even further. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, join our Facebook group, follow us on Instagram and check out our website for all things PSSM, MFM and RER. Thank you for watching.